On the cofunction homework, you had to finish it and do 15 through 20, so let's go over that. 15 says 3x is the measure of a positive acute angle. Cosine 3x is equal to sine 60. Find the value of x. So cosine 3x equals the sine of 60. Please do not get thrown off with the fact that it starts talking about positive acute angles. Okay, remember, cofunctions are complementary. So complementary means add up to 90. Well, if my two angles are adding up to 90, they obviously each of them has to be less than 90, and that's what acute means. So all this is saying is that for these to add up to 90, both of them have to be less than 90. So we have congruent cofunctions, so they're complementary, so that means that 3x plus 60 has to equal 90. Subtract 60, we get that 3x is equal to 30, or x is equal to 10. And I guess we should put degrees on all this, but whatever. 16. Cosine 72 is equal to sine x. Sine x. Cosine 72. I wrote it backwards. Whatever. So we've got cofunctions that are congruent, so our angles are complementary. So x plus 72 is equal to 90. Subtract 72 from both sides, you get that x is equal to 18 degrees. Put a little line here since that one was short. For 17, again, we have cofunctions that are complementary, so our angles are congruent. We have the cosine of 2x minus 25 equal to the sine of 55. So that means that 2x minus 25 plus 55 has to equal 90. We can combine some like terms. This is really 2x plus 30 is equal to 90. So you get 2x is equal to 60, so x is equal to 30. Alright? I'm going to take a minute. Make sure that you're adding these up and equaling them to 90. Alright? The cofunctions are congruent. So that means that sine of something is equal to cosine of something. Alright? For number 16, sine is equal to cosine. That does not mean that x is equal to 72. Alright? If we have cofunctions that are congruent, that means that the angles are complementary. Alright, so make sure that you're adding these up and you're setting them equal to 90. Don't get tricked and equal them to each other. For 18, we're given sine and cosine. So we have the sine of 2x plus 20 is equal to the cosine of 40. Cofunctions that are congruent are complementary. So that means that 2x plus 20 plus 40 has to equal 90. Combine like terms. This is 2x plus 60 is equal to 90. You get that 2x is equal to 30. So x is equal to 15 degrees. 19. Alright, they changed it up. It's not just sine and cosine. Now we've got secant and cosecant. Alright, but secant and cosecant are cofunctions. So we've got secant of a plus 15 is equal to the cosecant of 2a. So that means that a plus 15 plus 2a has to equal 90. Combine like terms. We get that 3a is equal to 75, or a is equal to 25. And one last one, number 20. Okay, this one looks a little bit more complicated. I think somebody asked me this before you guys left, but I'm not sure. Okay, we're given sine A over cosine 50 is equal to 1. So right off the bat, our cofunctions are not congruent. Okay, but sine and cosine are cofunctions. So if we can get this to have sine is equal to cosine, we'll be good, because then we'll know that they're complementary. Well, think of this as your normal fractional equation. All right, whenever we have fractions and equations, we want to eliminate the denominators. So we can multiply both sides by cosine. Oh, that's because I did this last time. I wrote the theta instead of 50. Oops. So cosine 50, I wrote thetas instead of 50s. So here they cancel, and then I'm left with sine A, and that's equal to cosine 50. Now I have co-functions that are congruent, so that means that A plus 50 has to equal 90, or A is equal to 40 degrees. And that is that. Like I said, these problems are pretty basic.